Hey, it's Scott once again with great resources for coaches, and I'm going to talk about a little different topic tonight than I was planning on. And I say tonight because it's Sunday night when I'm recording this, and that might be a little hint as to what I might be talking about. This T-shirt of mine might be the next hint. This is my Chicago Bears NFC Championship T-shirt from 2006. That means it's been 13 years since 13 years or 12 years since they've been in the playoffs, or they won the NFC Championship, I should say. And they were there again. They finally made it again this year. And I was so excited that they made it to the playoffs. They won their division. Well, tonight they just lost in the first round in the wild card game of the playoffs to the Philadelphia Eagles. Congrats, Philadelphia. I'm not here tonight to talk about, professional sports and winning and losing games there. What I am here to talk about, though, is how the game ended. It ended with the field goal kicker for the Bears having an opportunity to win the game. They're down by one with 5 seconds to go. He had a 43-yard field goal attempt, and it hit the upright. And not only did this one hit the upright, it hit the upright, then came down and hit the crossbar and fell back into the field as opposed to going over the crossbar and being a winning field goal. Here's the other thing. This kicker, Cody Parkey, had that happen to him 5 times this year. 5 times. And he was starting to be crushed by the fans. He came back and had a good second half of the season and did well, but I'm sure he's being crushed right now back in Chicago, and he will be. If not for the next few days, maybe for forever, who knows? Because that's failure. But that's athletics. That's what happens in athletics. Athletics is public failure. It's as cruel as it sounds. It's really what it is. One team succeeds, well, the other one failed. Well, in this moment, this kid was put into this moment, and he says, I just read a quote online. He says, I feel terrible. I thought I hit a good ball. Well, he did hit a good ball, but he just hit the upright with that good ball, and it's a shame. But what I'm here to talk about tonight is, coaches, what do you do when you have kids get put into those moments? Because you will have kids in those moments. I'm sure many of you already have. Where you're going to ask your kids to perform in very key moments in their high school, college career, whatever level you coach at. You're going to ask kids to perform at a high level in really emotional and important, in many people's minds, moments. And they're going to fail at times. When they succeed, it's the greatest, okay? But when they fail, they're crushed. So they're already crushed. What are you doing to help them get through that? What are you doing to help them, fight through and get their confidence back? I hope this young man has his coaches and teammates in the locker room with him there, helping him deal with the fact that, hey, it happens, because the fans won't. So many fans will just not let a guy like that off the hook, and it's a shame. It's a little different at the professional level, but he's still a human being. So my concern is, what are we doing as coaches to help our kids when they go through those moments? Because they will go through those moments. It's one thing if the mistake that happens and the failure that happens is made because, the kid wasn't paying attention or wasn't working hard or wasn't in the right spot or whatever it might be. I'm not talking about those. Those are accountability mistakes. Yeah, you need to address those, and you need to hold them accountable for those. I'm talking about the kinds of mistakes that happen like this. It wasn't even a mistake. He just hit the ball and hit the upright. But I'm talking about those where everything was done with full effort and doing everything the right way. How are you handling that? What are you doing to help your kids bounce back from that? That is a critical piece to your success as a coach, to your kids' success as athletes, and ultimately to your team's success. How do you help them have the trust that they can trust you, trust their teammates, but most importantly in this moment, trust themselves to bounce back and do what they need to do? Michael Jordan, another great Chicago athlete, was once quoted as saying, and this was even still during his career at the time, I've been asked to make the game-winning shot 26 times in my career and failed. I'm sure there were I'm sure there were more than 26 times he was asked to hit the game-winning shot, because we know he hit many of them. But he's saying 26 times when I was asked to do it, I failed. And he said, I failed over and over again in my career, and that's why I succeed. His point is, you're going to have those moments. You cannot be afraid of the moment. You have to be able to come back, bounce back, and give it a shot again. Well, what are we doing, coaches, to help our kids be able to do that, to help them bounce back? What are we doing to help our team members help their teammates bounce back from those failures? It's a critical piece that I think we all need to be aware of. I think we all need to make sure that we're prepared for. Because if you haven't had it happen, I imagine you already have, but if you haven't, it's coming. So be prepared for that. Let's make sure we're doing our best to help our kids get through those tough moments that they're going to have. Hey, if you like this, do me a favor, scroll down and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. We haven't had many comments lately, so I'd love to hear your comments on it. Let us know when you've had those kind of moments and how have you dealt with it, because it's always helpful for us as coaches to know, have some ideas on how we can help our kids get through those moments. And we'll talk to you again next week.